Namaste. My name is Rohil, and today I'm going to guide you through a visualization where we embody our inner child. In this meditation, we are going to explore our inner child, looking at the themes of playfulness, innocence, and not taking life too seriously. I would invite you to come into an upright position, keeping your spine straight. Ideally sitting in a cross-legged position. If that's not possible for you, sitting in any other comfortable position with the spine erect. Taking a few moments just to slow down. We're going to begin with some long deep breaths. Inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding the breath for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 2, 1. Breathing long deep breaths. Completely relaxing, scanning your body for if there is tension in any part of the body, checking your shoulders, your back, your legs, completely relaxing. And we're going to begin with our visualization. So remaining in an upright position with your eyes closed. And I want you to imagine a lake high up in the mountains. A still, calm, tranquil lake. Completely pure, completely clean. Now imagine that you are this lake. So that somehow your body is the lake. And trying to absorb these qualities of the lake. Trying to feel what it must feel like to be a lake. Whatever it might be for you. Maybe that serenity, that fluidity, that flowing. It could be cold. Whatever you visualize as what it means to be a lake. Imagine also from the perspective that you as this lake has been around for many, many thousands of years. You have seen people come and go, seasons come and go. Trees come and go. And now as you are this lake, high up in the mountains, I want you to imagine you yourself 5 years ago. This self of 5 years ago is now walking on this mountain and has suddenly come and placed themselves by the side of the lake. There is nobody else around, no other humans. Imagine you are this lake, and now your own self from 5 years ago is sitting by the side. Now I want you to think what it was you were experiencing 5 years ago in your life. What were the experiences you were going through? What were the challenges, the joys? Who you were as a person 5 years ago. And now imagine that this self from 5 years ago is starting to talk to you, to the lake, and is telling you about its problems, challenges. Trying to think in detail what those challenges were, what that frame of mind was. And now imagine your own self from 5 years ago gets up and walks away. And then a moment later, visualizing yourself from 10 years ago, walking towards the lake and sitting down by the side of the lake. And trying to picture what you looked like 10 years ago. What were your insecurities? What were you facing in your life at that time? What did you find joy from? What made you happy then? Trying to think about all the situations, the big, the small, that were around 10 years ago. And now imagining you as the lake are listening to your own self from 10 years ago about its challenges, what it wants to achieve, its dreams, its goals. And you there tranquil listening, just listening. Trying to think about the experiences from 10 years ago in detail. Trying not to miss the details. And now watching as this self from 10 years ago gets up and walks away from the lake. And now I want you to imagine your 5-year-old self joyfully walking, running up to the lake. And I want you to take a trip down memory lane, trying to recall any memories that you might have of when you were around 5 years of age or younger, a little bit older, doesn't matter. Just trying to recall some memories, anything that you can remember. Trying to think of what your goals were at this time. What did you want from life? What were the issues you faced? Without judgment, trying to feel into that, the nature of your own child self. Maybe you might have been joyful, playful, or serious. Trying to find that innocence, that quality of innocence, tapping into that. Trying to think back to what brought you joy at that age. And now imagine that you as the lake are giving your 5-year-old self some advice. What advice would you give your 5-year-old self? Advice about growing up, about what decisions to make, thinking about what advice you would give your 5-year-old self. And then in turn, imagine what advice your 5-year-old self would give your current self now. What would your 5-year-old self tell you about how to be, how to live? Oftentimes, we get caught up so much in life, the challenges of life, our responsibilities, duties, what we must do, what we must achieve, our goals, our drives, that we forget to live. That living in itself is much more than our goals, our striving, our challenges, our wants and our needs. That living is the simplest thing that we can do to feel better, to just be. Thank you for taking the time to meditate with me today. I hope this practice has brought you more in touch with your inner child, and that you can take this inner child back with you into your daily